There have been more than 900 accidental drug overdose deaths in Rhode Island since the start of 2015.
And health officials call it an epidemic in the Ocean State. And now Rhode Island officials want the dealer to be held accountable. Today, House Speaker Nick Mattiello introduced a bill that would sentence drug dealers to life in prison if anyone they sell to dies after consuming the drug. And tonight, we caught up with the House Speaker about this bill, which was drafted with an overdose victim in mind.
Eyewitness News reporter Caroline Goggin joins us now live in studio with the details that are new tonight. Caroline?
Shannon and Mike, under current state law, if someone sells drugs to a minor and that minor dies as a result of consuming the drug, the seller faces life in prison. New legislation is now hoping to expand upon that.
Nothing brings her back, so it's difficult.
More than 3 years after her daughter's death, Sue Coutu's family got justice.
I never meant to hurt nobody.
In April of 2017, Aaron Andrade pleaded no contest to second-degree murder in the fatal overdose of 29-year-old Kristen Coutu. The Cranston woman was struggling to fight addiction when in 2014, she unknowingly bought a dose of heroin from Andrade that was laced with fentanyl.
And when I opened the door, there were 2 policemen there, and they said, I didn't even let them speak at first, and I just said, please don't tell me my daughter's dead.
Under the terms of his plea, Andrade was sentenced to 40 years in prison with 20 to serve. It was the first time a drug dealer in Rhode Island had been convicted of the murder of someone who had overdosed, but it wasn't a life sentence. Now a newly introduced bill wants to ensure dealers like Andrade spend their life behind bars.
The punishment should be appropriate, and that should be a life sentence.
House Speaker Nicholas Mattiello introduced a bill on Wednesday on behalf of Attorney General Peter Kilmartin. It would ensure anyone who illegally sells drugs that kill the user would be sentenced to life in prison.
We have to address it appropriately and sternly, and I think this change in the law will do just that.
According to data from the State Department of Health, there were 336 overdose deaths in Rhode Island in 2016. That number lowered slightly to 293 in 2017.
It's affecting all walks of life. It's affecting every community.
And if enacted, the act would be named Kristen's Law in honor of Kristen Coutu. That bill was introduced earlier today, and House Speaker Nicholas Mattiello says he hopes to move it through committee as quickly as possible. I'm Caroline Goggin, Eyewitness News.